In today's video, I'm going to be sharing all about the girls' bathroom. This bathroom was actually the only one that I had to rework entirely and design it from scratch. Hey there, my name is Yami. I am your Latina next door. Welcome back to mi casa. So far, we have talked about the kitchen design, we've talked about the guest bathroom design, we've talked about the master bathroom design. Today, we're talking about the girls' bathroom. And I'm going to share everything that I came up with in order to make this a very comfortable space for them and also give them the feminine qualities that they really wanted for this space. Now, before going forward, I do want to mention today's sponsor, Home Outlet. As you already know, I have partnered with Home Outlet for several different projects in our home, and they have been instrumental in helping me execute all of my design ideas for our home. If you are considering renovating your kitchen or a bathroom, or if you're like me and you're starting from scratch, definitely check out if you have a Home Outlet store near you. With their free interior design services, you can sit down with one of their associates and they can help you put together exactly what you envision for your new project. Whether it's a new floor you're looking for, a tile for your bathroom, a sink for your kitchen, or a brand new door for your entrance, they have so many options for you right there in their store. And if you're in the Dallas Fort Worth area, don't forget to check out Seconds and Surplus. They are Home Outlet's sister store. So let's talk about the girls' bathroom. Now, this is the original floor plan for this bathroom, according to our original floor plans that we purchased. Now, this was not going to work because if you notice to the left where that arrow is, that's where the entrance is. And that goes into one of my daughter's bedrooms. And we wanted this to be accessed from the hallway so that both girls can have access to it. And one didn't have to go through another one's room in order to get to the bathroom. So I took this same floor plan, switched it around, and created the entrance into the hallway where the vanity was originally set. And this is what the new layout of the bathroom is. With the door in place, it kind of split the bathroom into two areas. To the left, I have the vanity area with double sinks and a built-in linen closet. And then to the right, we have the toilet area as well as the shower stall. So naturally, I had to change everything about this bathroom, from the entrance to the entire layout for it to work out much better. So now that the girls are getting older, they did want to have a little bit of input and say in kind of what went in the bathroom. And being that they were going to be using this bathroom for years to come, I thought it was quite fair that, they shared their opinions on what they would like to see in their space. And luckily it, pretty much went with everything that I was looking for that space as well. And I even let the girls pick out the cabinetry color, which was actually the very first thing that I chose for this space. Now, based on that, this is the original mood board design that I created for the girls' bathroom. As you can see, it's very chic and feminine with a lot of light colors, of course, gold accents, and some touches of pink. Now, I decided to go with Kith Kitchens for all of my cabinetry in my house. And what's great is that Home Outlet actually has samples that you can see of all of the cabinetry colors and stains that Kith Kitchens offers. So it was really easy for me to go through all the samples and pick out the colors that were best suited for us. We all ended up deciding on the color beige from Kith Kitchens. And once we finalized what the cabinet faces were going to look like, I wanted to make sure that we had a couple of things in here that were non-negotiables, and that was double sinks. Being that we are 6 people in a small cottage living in one bathroom, one sink was definitely not enough. And we have the wall space for it, especially since we turn things around by closing the entrance into the bedroom. So with that, I have a huge wall that I can add double sinks to. But not only could I add double sinks, I also added a tower to one of the sides of the cabinetry so that I had a space for linens and extra toiletries and things. And so this is what I came up with. So this is my final design for the cabinetry for the girls' bathroom. As you can see, there is a large tower to the left of the wall that can be used for linens, etc. And then there's a double vanity sinks on either side, and in between them you have some drawers that they can use together and share, but then they have their own little cabinets underneath each sink. And I think this is more than enough storage for this bathroom. Now for the countertops, I went with a solid surface countertop. Now you may be familiar with cultured marble from way back in the day, where you would have those solid surface countertops that would kind of go down into the sink. And if you guys have seen a seashell shaped sink, you know what I'm talking about. But solid surface countertops have come a long way, and they look so much like stone now. Their finishes, their coloring, they even have marbling in them. But the benefit of getting solid surface is that it's not as costly as getting something like quartz or granite. So since these were the kids' bathrooms, we thought that this would be an appropriate place to put something like that. So I ended up choosing the solid surface in the style crescendo. And I actually went with this same one for both the boys and the girls' bathroom. So I can't wait to see, how it turns out, what it looks like when it's actually installed, which by the way is only a couple of days from today, so I am super stoked. Now for the walls, the girls wanted something light. They didn't want anything too dark because there is no window in this bathroom. As a matter of fact, there's only windows in our master bathroom. So again, I wanted to keep the walls light so that it didn't feel so cave-like in there. And for the walls, I chose the color Aesthetic White by Sherwin-Williams. And it's this really creamy white that you can definitely see a difference, when you have it up against molding and other different surfaces in the bathroom. So that's what I chose for the bathroom, and I think it plays very well with the beige cabinets that we selected for the actual sinks. Now for the floors. I had originally wanted a mosaic marble tile, but it was a little bit out of the budget, and I decided to end up going with something a little bit more simpler, which actually my girls really, really ended up liking. And if you've seen my master bathroom video, these tiles are going to be very familiar because I went with 12 by 24 tile on the flooring. And it's the same tile that we used on the shower stall in our master bathroom, only we're putting it here on the floor. And the girls love it. It looks like stone, even though it's a porcelain tile. The fact that it is long actually makes the floor look bigger, and the slight marbling throughout gives it a very subtle high-end marble look to it that makes everything look really nice and luxurious. Now, the tile finish is matte, and I wanted to make sure it was matte because I didn't want it to be too slippery on their feet if it ever got wet. Obviously, it's a bathroom and there will be moisture. So I wanted to keep things safe and make everything matte. Now, this was the first time that Nelson and I were privy to how they make floors completely level. And we didn't realize that there was these spacers that you actually push these little door stopper things through, and then this keeps both edges at the same level. So you're not walking on the floor and feeling the different edges at different heights. Everything is seamless and level and smooth. Now, because this bathroom was a bigger footprint than my son's, we decided to go with an extra wide shower tub insert. And we made the actual stall wider than normal. So the girls really have some space there. Because I changed the footprint of this bathroom, I had enough space for a decent sized toilet stall next to the shower. And there was even a little bit more space to the other side of the shower. So I ended up designing a shower bench towards one end of the shower, therefore increasing the shower area, making it much larger and wider and just more comfortable all around. Plus, this gives the girls girls another area to put toiletries or anything that they need. And you may be seeing it right now and think it looks a little bit weird, but I promise you, trust the process. Also, if you notice, we do have lights while they were working in this bathroom. And one of the things that I definitely wanted, it was one of those non-negotiables when I was talking to Nelson about the electrical in the house, was I wanted all of the shower stalls to have lights above them. That's not usually something you get in a builder grade home, and I would always talk about how I love the way that hotel bathroom showers were always lit up. So he put 3-inch recessed lighting in all of our showers in our house. As you can see here, the guys did the same process in this shower that they did in our master bathroom as well as our guest bathroom shower. They put cement board throughout all of the walls, they sealed all of the seams, and they waterproofed the entire area before putting up the tile. Now for the actual tile that's going in the shower. I selected this beautiful handcrafted looking subway tile that has a high variation in color, meaning the pattern is completely random, and I thought it would be really beautiful. And I also decided to do it in a vertical pattern, no staggering or anything, just a little bit more modern. But since it had that handcrafted look and the actual tiles vary in color as well as their surface is a little bit more rustic, I thought it was just a beautiful combination of both. And I'll be honest with you, when I told my oldest daughter about it, she was a little skeptical. But you know what? She came around and she absolutely loved how it turned out. Now, I will say that this was one of the processes that I really enjoyed watching and just seeing masters at work, because the level of attention and detail that these guys gave these small tiles in their application was just beautiful to watch. They really are masters at work, and we were just so stunned at how everything turned out. Now the final thing obviously is to grout everything, and the grout that I chose was a warm grayish color, and I thought it worked very well not only for the shower grout, but I also carried it over onto the floor grout, so it kind of tied everything in. And now as far as the faucets and fixtures, those are all going to be gold. All of these fixtures are from Gerber Plumbing. Now you may not think that a shower head sprayer is the most beautiful thing. However, it is definitely the most practical when you have small children as well as for cleaning your showers. So I always make sure to have these for the kids' bathrooms. The girls wanted something really feminine and pretty. And, I just think that the gold with the beiges is just going to look really nice together. All right, so after all the tile was done and all of the painting was done, it was time to put the cabinetry that we had ordered in this bathroom. And oh my goodness, was it nerve-wracking getting the tall linen cabinet inside of that bathroom, but Nelson was able to do it along with some help. Then it was all about moving each one to its final destination. We brought in the tall one first, of course, and then we brought in the other 3 smaller cabinets, the ones for the sinks, as well as the one with 3 drawers. Now, once we kind of dry fit them in and made sure we knew exactly where we were placing them, including the fillers that go on either side of the cabinets to butt up against the wall, then it was time to cut all the holes for the plumbing. And of course, you want to make sure you're as close as possible because you don't want to just start drilling random holes in these brand new cabinets. Then, of course, it was time to attach the cabinets to each other as well as to the wall. That way they were nice and secure and ready for the countertops. Now, as far as accessories, we're still on the hunt for different things. rugs and shower curtains and, the mirrors and everything. But we're going to try and keep everything as feminine with like soft blushes and beiges and pinks and all that stuff for the girls so they can have like a really, feminine space to go to. And they're very excited about it. They love everything about the bathroom so far and they're looking forward to seeing it completed. So that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of the girls' bathroom design. I will make sure to have all of the products that I shared with you all in today's video down in the description box so you can check them out. And if you have any specific questions, let me know and I will try and answer them. Thank you so much to Home Outlet for sponsoring today's video and making this bathroom a reality. I'll be sharing even more updates and more spaces very soon, so make sure to stay tuned. I will see you guys back here in the very next video. Until then, adios!